50 all alone, just needs a kind bounce. She's got to run onto this Nicola Stevens. No one near her. She'll run into an open goal and has absolute...
You want answers!
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show! I am your host, Andrew Illy! And this is the ball of motherfucking trout, man. Episode 27. Thank you very much for joining me. Wherever you are around the world, wherever you are, you silly motherfuckers. I said we are back on, man. Jesus Christ. Where do we begin? Where do we begin? I actually have a list of notes right here from where I was going to start off with this show, but man, I think we'll just go back to the original and plug the social medias. Let's have a look at this shit. Instagram, guys, balloftruth.pod. Follow me on there, and follow me also on Twitter. That's balloftruth_pod on Twitter. And you can also find me on Facebook. You can find our page there as well. Guys, of course, if you're a fan of the channel and you're following me, hit that subscribe button. Click the like button on the videos if you enjoy them. And put a comment in the comment section, man. Go absolutely nuts there. That is what it's for. And we have in the past. And it's great. And I'm loving that you guys are with me on this one. Let's go back to last Wednesday. This is where all this shit began. The Trouth went on a bit of a rant on episode 26, guys. He ranted about the AFLW. And if you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. Because this started this whole thing. About 5 or 6 days after we uploaded that episode, I get an email from YouTube. And I'll read it out for you guys right now. Hi Andrew Illy. Our team has reviewed your content and, unfortunately, we think it violates our hate speech policy. We've removed the following content from your video. So they removed the whole episode, and they said, we know that this might be disappointing, but it's important to us that YouTube is a safe place for all. If content breaks our rules, we remove it. If you think we've made a mistake, you can appeal it and we'll take another look. Keep reading for more details, blah, 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 blah. Immediately, man, I'm thinking, what the fuck did we do wrong? I'm like, removed for hate speech? I'm like, what? I went back and watched it, man. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, man, we've been saying a lot of shit on this channel, right? Since episode 1. That's the whole show is based on controversy. And, you know, we tell it how it is and we give our honest opinion. It's just an opinion. That's all it is. Right? So immediately when I saw this email, man, I was fuming. I was fucking raging. I'm like, are these people serious at YouTube? I'm like, thinking straight off the bat, it doesn't meet with their agenda. So there goes free speech, right? And I was fuming, man. And I was just asking myself, why? Why did they delete it? I watched it back a few times. And I'm like, nah, fuck this, man. We're going to appeal this shit. So we got our legal representatives and the Truth. And he wrote a letter to the YouTube channel, YouTube company. And we got a response the very next day. basically saying you're free to do what you want. And that was a win for the good guys, man. But honestly, in that appeal, we said, look, hate speech, this has absolutely nothing to do with hate speech. We don't hate anyone. We don't hate women. We don't hate men. We don't hate football. We love fucking football. And we want a better product at the end of the day. So we're going to give our opinion on the current product, which is exactly what we've been doing for 27 episodes now. So I didn't understand what the fuck they were talking about with their hate speech stuff. So, man, like I said, there's no agendas here. We just tell it how it is. And I was basically, and the truth was basically saying how the product of AFLW is not at a good standard. And it all related back to the pay issue, right? So, like I said, man, if you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. It's very interesting stuff. It caught the eyes of someone, whether someone complained or YouTube saw it, but also people from the hashtags, when I do a description on the video, may click it, that video will pop up, they get offended, they complain, and then YouTube takes over from there. But I really don't know what happened, man, and we'll never know, but we got it back. We won the appeal. Absolutely wrapped, because I put a lot of effort into this shit, man. Takes a lot of time and effort, especially when you're working full time. You know, it's hard to get the time and space to do it. So I take pride in that, man, and we got it back. So I'm very, very happy we won the appeal, and our strong legal legal system prevailed. So there you go, man. That's basically what happened. And yeah, we will continue to put out our content out there and voice our opinions on things that everyone is speaking about, really. Let's face it. Everyone's speaking about AFLW and how bad it is. Man, you go look at the comments on Facebook and videos. See that video at the start of the show? That one was posted fucking everywhere, man. Everywhere. And you know what? I actually feel bad for that person, but it's part of the sport. You know, if you're going to be put in the limelight, that's what happens. So, don't get me wrong. I've seen men AFL professional players miss those kind of shots as well. So, we'll give her a break. But I just thought I'd pop it in there just for the intro. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. There's no fucking hate speech here, guys. Seriously, we just want a better product. That's it. Simple as that. And if you're going to throw AFLW in our face, which is what's been happening, then I expect it to be good. And it's just not. And everyone knows it. So anyway, good on them. Like, I want them to give it a go and get better. But man, go watch the episode. I'm not getting into it anymore. Speaking of this situation, actually, Steve Price, many of you may know him. He's a radio broadcaster, journalist, whatever. He wrote a piece in, I believe it was The Age or some sort of newspaper. And he was on the project recently about this certain topic. And he basically said the same thing about the AFLW. He said AFLW is not an elite sport, and gave a bunch of reasons, like we did last week, about what's wrong with it. And man, it's funny the way that ridiculous show tried to twist his words around, and they failed. He didn't give in to that shit. So I was wrapped. He stood his ground and argued the point that the quality is just not there. And then you got morons like Peter Hallier, you know, trying to argue that St Kilda scored one behind in 1899. Let that sink in, man. That's 123 years ago. 123 years ago, he's trying to compare that to just shut up. Seriously. Anyway, man, if you want to watch that one, that's pretty interesting too. So you'll find it somewhere online. But yeah, man, I don't know. We'll let next week. It was actually meant to be this week, but I didn't expect YouTube to actually... I didn't expect us to be successful in the appeal and win So I had to change the whole show today. So I'll save it for next episode. But the introduction of the lie is coming. Watch out for that one. That's the Truth's brother, for anyone who didn't know. 2 characters on the show now. Something to look forward to, man. But, yeah, man. I think that's pretty much it for that. Like, we've covered everything we wanted to. So, like I said, go back and watch it. On a similar thing, where we're speaking of freedom of speech, I am very, very appreciative that I get to do this and voice my opinion and create this content for all of you and give a different direction and point of view on some topics. Essendon recently appointed CEO, who then got fired the next day because of his religious beliefs. Like, what on earth is this world coming to, man? Where you're going to fire someone after one day of hiring him, an Essendon CEO. Their club's been through enough shit. And we troll them on this channel because it's just comedy, right? But this is serious, man. If this guy's getting fired for religious beliefs, what has that got to do with sport? What has that actually got to do with footy? I don't understand this, man. And this is where politics and all that bullshit needs to fuck off out of sport. It's got nothing to do with it, man. Who fucking cares what the guy believes? At the end of the day, whatever he believes has nothing to do with football. So just fucking ignore it. But then you get these morons, man. These morons who will find anything to bring someone down. That's how I felt, man. If someone complained about my thing and that's why my video got taken down, that is very upsetting. If you don't like it, don't watch. If you're offended, fuck off. Simple as that, man. This isn't for anyone. This isn't for everyone. For people that enjoy it, God bless you, man. Enjoy the show. It is what it is, and if you don't, see you later. Guys, that is it for that. I'm not going to speak any more about it. We'll wait till next week when we review some AFL dub. And yeah, man, since I last saw you, the grand final happened. Geelong absolutely thumped Sydney Swans. I was going to review it, man, but there's literally no point. They smashed them. Absolutely smashed them. It's not even worth talking about. So congratulations to Geelong. They fully deserved it, and they have set the benchmark. And they've been an unbelievable team for over a decade, man. So good on them. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that, man. I'm not even going to get into that. What we are going to get into today, guys, is the Manchester Derby. So there was basically a 1 month break before United played again. It's because of the Queen dying and this and that. Everything got postponed, which really annoyed me. I was gutted because United were finding form and we had a lot of momentum going. Then the international break, so more delays. So we finally get back to the Premier League and everyone's bloody happy about it. I was excited. But immediately I thought to myself, did that momentum go away? And the answer was yes, it did. But it's not the reason we lost. So let's get into it. First of all, the lineup. No Ronaldo in the lineup for this game. Rashford, who's been injured, started the game. I thought that was a tiny little bit disrespectful to Cristiano Ronaldo. He scored in the last United game in Europa as well. And you know what? He kind of almost broke his nose midweek in the international thing. So I thought maybe that had something to do with it, but he looked fine. So that was bizarre for me, man. And he went with McTominay again in the middle. Again, probably because he played well against Arsenal, which was our last Premier League game when we won 3-1. But man, I don't know. I didn't really like the lineup for those two reasons. Those two players. Everything else was fine. The same back four, Malacia, Varane, Martinez, and Dallo. So then you had Ericsson and McTominay, whatever, Anthony, Sancho, Rashford. And Bruno Fernandes, of course. So, yeah, before the game, man, I'm like, all right, this is going to be a game where City are going to absolutely dominate us, and we're just going to have to get them on the counter-attack. It's simple as that. Everyone knew that. We're never going to win possession against Man City. We're not a great possession side. So I expected it. I wasn't concerned or confused at all about that. Wasn't surprised. The game starts. City nearly score within 2 minutes, man. I think De Bruyne and Haaland have shots saved and blocked very, very early on. So I'm like, all right, here we go. It's going to be a long, long night. So in the 7th minute, man, this is where we went down 1-0. Jadon Sancho, won the ball in the centre circle where the kickoff usually is. Man City gave it away. He won the ball. He should have first time passed it straight to Bruno Fernandes, and we were on. There was so much space here. However, instead, shit himself, made a decision to take the defender on, lost the ball. City go up the other end, and they score their first goal. Silva squared it to Foden, and McTominay and Dallo in this play, man. McTominay was playing right back. I have no idea why he was there, and Dallo was more inside. So they should have been switched around. McTominay couldn't get out to Bernardo Silva. Silva's square ball in the box, and Foden smashed it into the back of the net. Ericsson was marking Foden for a split second, lost him, and he had a free shot, man. Bang, 1-0. That one pissed me off. Sancho losing that ball did my head in. Because I've been saying it for a while, man. I don't know what it is about him, but he's very, very slow to react when the ball's at his feet. When the ball first initially gets to Sancho's feet, he's very slow and he's at a walking pace. I want to see killer attacking mentality, man. We literally planned this game, and Erik ten Hag can vouch for it because I'm sure this was his tactic, that we catch him on the counter-attack. You won the ball in midfield, and you've got acres of space behind, counter-attack. And he's tried to, I don't know, man, carelessly try and take a defender on right there when Bruno Fernandes was open. Just had to first time pass it to him, and who knows what would have happened. Anyway, that was what led up to that goal. 1-0. 17th minute. 34th minute, City got their second. So this was a corner. This was from a corner. Varane got injured in the build-up play to the corner, and he had to come off. And immediately, as he came off, I'm like, oh, there goes our height. We're going to cop one here. And that's exactly what happened. Haaland scored the goal, and it was 2-0. Ericsson was marking him for some unknown reason. I don't know why little Ericsson is marking Haaland. Man, anyway, he scored 2-0. I'm like, oh, here we go. 3 minutes later, Haaland scored a second goal. Great ball by Kevin De Bruyne, I've got to say. But Varane was hobbling. Maybe if he was fit, he could have got to it. I don't know. But nevertheless, the ball from Kevin De Bruyne swung around the defence, and Haaland outstretched his left leg and finished. Great goal. 3-0, 37 minutes gone. The fourth goal came from a counter-attack so easily. Haaland to Foden. And with this goal, the fourth goal, if you go back and watch it, Lindelof, who came on for the injured Varane just moments ago, he was kind of marking Haaland, but there was a massive space. So Haaland's ball to Foden for this goal went right past his legs. Lindelof failed to stick a leg out. That's all he had to do, and this ball would never have gotten across. It would have went out for a corner or whatever. Man, if I'm a defender, I'm sticking a leg out if Haaland's crossing the ball, right? It literally went low on the ground right past him, and he's just sat there with his fucking arms behind his back. And we've mentioned this on this channel before, and I freaking hate when he does that shit. Not even going to go there, man. So that was 4-0 at halftime. I'm thinking, all right, do I just go to bed here? Seriously. I'm like, nah, you know what? I'm going to see how we respond. Fuck this, I'm already up. Second half begins. Anthony with an unbelievable goal outside the box, which made it 4-1. It was about 30 yards out. He curled it with his left. Great touch. Bang. Unbelievable goal. So that was 4-1. I'm thinking, all right, maybe we can make this respectable. And we'll see what we can do to build on this goal. See if we can get a bit of momentum. Literally 10 minutes later, well, not even, Sancho again lost the ball in midfield. He was too weak and too careless and too laxy-daisy. Lost the ball, counter-attack, City goal. And who scored it? Oh, Haaland got his hat-trick. That's right. Yeah, it was 5-1 at that point. And, man, that guy is just fucking unstoppable. He's so good. Later on, about 8 minutes after that, 72nd minute, I think it was, Foden to Haaland. Foden scored a hat-trick. Easy goal. Kevin De Bruyne was allowed to run down the wing and no one got even near him. They got in behind our defence, which happened way too often, man. There was a big gap between the defence and the midfield where they kept finding space in between. And City do that well. They're an unbelievable team. But it was massive. Could have drove a fucking truck through there. But anyway, man. So it was 6-1. Martial scored 2 late goals. He scored a tap-in off a Fred shot who came on. Still no Ronaldo. And then Martial got a penalty, which made it 6-3. 2 late consolation goals. We got absolutely pounded. Didn't deserve anything from the game. But man, the whole Ronaldo thing, oh my God. Why not bring him on at half-time when it's 4-0? Instead, he's sitting there. He's already copping shit from the media. Because this is what the media do. When something's bad is happening with someone, they will latch onto it and make it worse and worse and worse and keep exposing anything they can towards a player. And that's what Ronaldo's copping at the moment, man. He's always going to be in the headlines. Erik ten Hag did no favours here for Cristiano Ronaldo, which it pissed me off, man. The guy is the GOAT. He's gonna do better than Rashford. He's gonna do better than Sancho. Why is he not on? Alright, Martial scored 2, fair enough. But before that, man, Sancho and Rashford were awful in the first half. I would have brought Ronaldo on straight away. He's got derby experience. He's got freaking life and world experience. Just get the guy on, man. Don't forget, Cristiano Ronaldo was our top scorer with 25 goals last season. And you're not going to put him in the derby. Fuck, that pissed me off, man. And like I said, with the media and all that shit, it's just making this situation way worse. Like, he wanted to leave, man. I hope in January he finds a club, because I just don't see Erik ten Hag utilising him properly here, man. We're at 10 games in or something like that, and this is not the Ronaldo that we're used to, man. And he's still got it in him. I know he does. It would be killing him on the bench right now, and embarrassed. He'd be quite embarrassed. And he's always been a confident guy. Is this affecting his confidence as well? Who knows? I don't know, man. It's not a good scene at the moment. Anyway, that was the game, man. We lost 6-3. We deserved to lose. But, yeah, man. I'm not surprised. I'm looking forward to the next game because I think we'll bounce back. I think that the players were scared, man. And I read an article that Martinez and Bruno fucking cracked it at halftime. A lot of Man City stewards overheard something in the changing room where Bruno was saying that stop playing scared. And that's exactly what I saw in the first half. The nervous players, like very scared, especially Sancho. Rashford, his first touch was awful. Wouldn't have started him. That's why Ronaldo should have started. But man, I do have a go at Bruno Fernandes for flopping his arms around in frustration. But fuck, man, I'm on his side this time. And I love the fact that he ripped into him at halftime. That shows leadership. And you want someone like that on your team because he fucking cares. That's it. Sancho, I wouldn't start him next game, man. Give someone else a go. Because if these players don't learn from a bad performance, that you're going to get punished for it, they're just going to keep taking the piss every week. And I did not like what I saw from Sancho at all. I think it was very slow, indecisive, and just showed that he didn't care and have that killer instinct. And he did not look like he wanted to win, man, out there. Seriously. Casemiro. Is it time to fucking start this guy? We spent how much fucking money on him? Start him over McTominay. It's simple as that. I mean, come on, man. We've got to get... Eric Ten Hag will be under pressure after this. If we don't... We've got Everton on the weekend away, and they're in a little bit of form. They're much better than last season. That's going to be a very, very tough game, and pressure will mount on Ten Hag, I'll tell you now. If we don't win that game, watch out. I would definitely start Ronaldo. I'd probably go with Ronaldo, Martial, Rashford up front, and Casemiro, Bruno and Eriksen midfield. And you know what? After that performance by Malacia, he was not good. I'd start Luke Shaw, give him a go. Right back situation, I don't know. Maybe just keep Dallo there. And Varane is injured now. This will sound funny to you guys. I'd rather Maguire than Lindelof. I really would. Maguire's injured. He didn't get a game. But I think I would rather Maguire, man. But in saying that as well, his confidence is absolutely gone. Fuck that. I feel sorry for him, man. I really do. Let's see what happens. Let's go to the results of the Premier League for this round. I hope I've got it here, man. Somewhere. Oh, before I do show you that, we forgot to thank our sponsors, guys. Sunnyside Sliced. SunnysideSlice.com.au. You can find them in Mentone. My boy Ali making the best New York pizza in town, man. Go check out that fresh tastiness. Seriously, unbelievable. If you haven't, go check it out. It is worth it. Alrighty. Now, if I can't find... It's gone. It is gone. I had a whole page of the EPL results and the ladder ready to go, man, and I just can't find it. I think I might have deleted it. Here it is. I fucking found it. Shut up! Arsenal won the London Derby on Saturday night, 3-1. Very impressive, man. Very impressive. Partey scored a cracker to open the scoring in that. Kane equalised, and then Arsenal went bang-bang after the red card. Brentford and Bournemouth 0-0 stalemate. Chelsea won 2-1. They've won 2 in a row. Newcastle smashed Fulham. Fulham got a red card that game too. Liverpool drew to Brighton. Trossard scored a hat-trick. Everton won 2-1 against Southampton away. West Ham, they had a nice win, 2-0 against Wolves at home. We obviously covered the Man City, Man United one, Leeds and Aston Villa 0-0, and Leicester got back to winning ways against Nottingham Forest. So there you go, man. Guys, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed the show. Next week will be a big one. We're going to review the EPL, review some AFLW as well, and get into some funny shit. Thank you everyone who supported me during the week through that whole YouTube thing. And let's get some likes on the video, guys. It helps the channel out. Please subscribe. If you're watching every week and you haven't clicked it, click that subscribe button. I know there's a lot of you out there that haven't clicked it. That also helps out the channel, guys. But I love you all. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Adios. Till next time. Good